Hey everyone, welcome to another long video. I thought I never really talked about my first time being in VRChat, so I looked for a chill place and we're gonna talk about it a little bit. Because why not? It's like 1.5 years ago that I started VRChat, started VR, and I got into VR thanks to a friend of mine. He was like a few friends, but one of them was like really, hey, you can look there to get cheap headsets and get into VR. You will love it, all the shit. And I have to admit, I tried VR before that, mostly Beat Saber on like anime cons, furry cons, whatever, but I never really played like VRChat. I was looking at it, I was watching some streams, but overall, I did not really watch it. Though, that's a thing I have never really done. And at some point, he showed me a headset that was pretty cheap. It's the headset that I have right now, the HTC Vive Pro I, for around about, what was it, like $400 with the base stations and the controllers and everything. So it was an all-in-one package. I was like, okay, you know what, it's that cheap, and normally this headset is like 1.3K, or was at this point, and you could barely get it. I was like, okay, you know what, we try it, we give it a try, why not? He's telling me, a lot of other people are telling me VRChat is great. We go for it. I don't think so, because I had a lot of problems with motion sickness already in Beat Saber. And what a surprise, I still had motion sickness in VR. So most of my sessions were like, I was starting to record videos in VR and I was starting to play a little bit with friends, but most of the time was more like chilling. I played a lot with a friend from Canada. And I have to say, it was fun, but I was most of the time just sitting in my chair and trying not to throw up. Because, as I said, I had so much problems with motion sickness. I was like, for half a year that I really could not stay in VR for longer than 1 or 2 hours without getting completely sick. And yeah, in that time, I met a lot of friends. And especially the first time I was in VR, I was playing, like I was driving a car with a friend. First of all, I was super horrible in driving that car. Second of all, I got so sick. I had so much motion sickness. I had a headache like I was drinking too much the day before. I don't know how to describe it. It was just really, my head hurt so much. I had a headache the next day, everything. It felt like I drank too much. Overall, it was amazing. It feels so cool, and it is still so cool to look down and see my own Sona, because God bless, a friend of mine uploaded my Sona for me at the beginning. Because if you're new to VRChat, you have to get a specific rank before you can upload your own avatars. I had my VRChat account for quite a while. Never really played it, because I was, back then, before I had VR, was always like, you don't need VRChat. Why should you need VRChat? You can just hop in Discord to talk with people. And nowadays, or after the first time I was in VR, I learned that you can like express yourself way better, that you have your own Sona, that you can use as an avatar. I don't know how to say it, but it connects you so much more to the Sona you have, or to other people, because they can show how they would feel like looking, and all the way back to you. It was an amazing time. And so I got into VR without full body at the beginning, obviously. I was there trying to get into VR with also some troubles, because I had no clue how to play it. I was so confused. I was like, okay, how do I do this and that and this and that? And my friend from Canada was literally the I was in VR 2 hours at that time, and the first hour was just him explaining me every single bit what I need to do, because I was so lost. And while that, I was staying at the beginning, tried to move around a little bit. After like 15 minutes, I need to sit down, complete motion sick. And nowadays, I could not live without VRChat, but back then, the first time, I was so close to just give it back and get my money back. I did not really feel it. It's hard to say what it was, but it felt like I was not made for VR. I still would say I'm not made for VR because of all the motion sickness problems I had. But it was worth going through the pain and trying to live with it. I met a lot of amazing people. I have a lot of fun in VRChat. I have to say, most of the time now I'm sitting. At the beginning I was more like playing games, and that was one of the reasons why we drove with the cars. We were in VRChat, we were just sitting around, and I was like, hey, that's a little bit boring, can we play something? That's also a thing. You should first learn to stay or walk in VR before you go play any driving games, anything. But yeah, I learned it the stupid way. I still had a lot of fun. It was a fun experience. And after that, I got into recording videos. I was like, hey, you know, I have VRChat. Why not use it to record some videos? And that's how this channel started. And I love it. I enjoy it. And I hope you enjoy it too. And we go on this journey together for a little bit more. It was just me talking about my first time VR without a script. Because honestly, 1.5 years ago, I can not really remember everything that it would be worth to write it down. But I hope you enjoyed my confusing talking anyways. Have a great time, and I hope to see you next week in another one. Bye!